I wanted to know why some people who get COVID
One more time for the Windy City K Chorus and Treble Choir.
And
now,
we're
the
back.
starting lineup
Here's
for the
Steve Sinclair with the starting
Utah
lineups.
Jazz. A 7-foot forward from Finland, number 23, Lauri Markkanen. A 6'5 guard from Missouri, number 00, Jordan Clarkson. A 6'9 center from Kentucky, number 8, Jared Vanderbilt. A 6'1 guard from Ohio State, number 11, Mike Conley. And a 6'11 forward from Gonzaga, number 41, Kelly Olynyk. The head coach of the Utah Jazz is Will Hardy.
All right, so there you have the starting lineup for Will Hardy's Utah Jazz. You know what, Bill? There's certain players where you look at them and you say, wow, that guy has been in the league forever. In the case of Mike Conley, his 16th season, you always remember him, of course, with the Memphis Grizzlies, 4th overall pick back in the day, but he's had a really good NBA career.
Yeah, he has, and he's still having a good career. He's still averaging 10 points a game, 7 assists a game for this Utah team. So playing really well with this Utah team, which, as you mentioned earlier, started off the season playing so well, kind of come back down to earth here a little bit. But we'll see how they perform tonight against our Bulls, which are playing really well right now. Now it's time for This Day in Bulls History, sponsored by Napleton Mazda, with locations in Palatine, Schaumburg, Countryside, and Oaklawn. Visit NapletonMazda.com. And on this date in 2017, the Bulls defeated the Toronto Raptors 123-118 in an overtime home game for their third straight win. Jimmy Butler led Chicago with 42 points, while DeMar DeRozan led Toronto with 36.
I remember doing that game with you, Bill. That was a fun game to call. Speaking of the Raptors, what is going on with the Raps? Yeah, they are really in a major free fall.
They are dropped down there. You're right. They're down 16-23, down 12th position right now. Right now, as it stands, they got the worst record in the last 10 games. 3-10 are the worst losing streak of 3 games in a row in the Eastern Conference.
And now, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. A 6'6 forward from USC, number 11, DeMar DeRozan. A 6'7 forward from Florida State, number 44, Patrick Williams. The man in the middle from USC and Montenegro at 6'11, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. From Chicago, a 6'4 guard, number 12, Ayo Dosunmu. And a 6'6 guard from UCLA, number 8, Zach LaVine.
All right, so there you have the starting 5 for the Bulls. LaVine coming off a 41-point, 6-assist game. He had 11 threes last night at Philadelphia.
Points
and 3 assists, his 8th game as a starter. He did start against the Mavericks back in October, and he got off to a hot start in that game. He had 9 in the first quarter. The Pelicans raced out to a 40-point first quarter and a 16-point lead that the Mavericks had to try to get out of.
Yeah, he plays hard. He gets out there and gets after you. He's a pest on defense.
Yeah, Jason Kidd compared him in many ways to J.J. Barea, and not just because they both come from Puerto Rico. The Mavericks tonight in their white uniforms with the royal blue numbers, navy blue letters and trim around the shoulders and waist, Dallas across the chest. They'll shoot to our right in the first half. The Pelicans in their navy uniforms with the white numbers and letters outlined in gold, New Orleans across the chest, and the old gold stripe outlined in white and red on the sides of the pants. They will shoot at the basket to our left. The officials tonight are Kevin Scott, Marat Kogut, and Ashley Moyer-Gleish, with Andy Nagy and Sean Corbin at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey. And we're underway with the Pelicans having won the tip. And here is Marshall along the right side. To his left off Valanciunas inside the arc and now back out. Across the way to Murphy, played by Dinwiddie. Swings it left to Marshall, watched by Powell. 10 to shoot as he works to his left. To Valanciunas on a post up on the left block. Inside pivot and over Wood. He hits a little 8-footer.
Yeah, and if you're New Orleans, I think you're going to see a lot of that tonight.
And Valanciunas' numbers a bit down this year, obviously with the presence of Zion back in the lineup, but he is still a very effective shooter and scorer in the low post. Here's Luka, left wing straddling the three-point line, trying to get it to Wood on the block, couldn't do it. Now back down against Herb Jones, into the lane, below the charge circle, goes up and missed it wide left, and the rebound taken by Valanciunas. Here comes Marshall on the move to the trailing Valanciunas, and he'll shoot the three, and that is short, and the rebound to Doncic. Here comes Luka in the black kicks tonight, up the right side. Between his legs as he puts Alvarado in the blender, comes up short, rebound, Hardaway, out to Wood, left wing three is good to put the Mavericks in front. Christian Wood just under 40% for three-point range this year, gives the Mavericks a 3-2 lead. Alvarado, right side of the floor. Valanciunas, top of the arc. Dribble handoff to the left to Jones, cutting to his right. Met by Doncic, back to his left hand and flings one up off the left of the rim, no good. And Doncic with the rebound. Here comes Luka, screen left by Powell, drags to his right, met by Valanciunas. Keeps the dribble, goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Wood, to the rim, trying to dunk it, fouled by Valanciunas. He'll go to the line to shoot. And I'm not sure even how he got around Luka, who was prone in the lane after missing that initial shot.
Yeah, the first couple possessions, Dallas done a nice job getting the offensive rebound, second chance opportunities.
So Valanciunas with the first foul of the night. And Wood to the line to shoot. Wood a double-double, a quiet double-double on Thursday night. 12 points, 12 rebounds for his 7th double-double of the season. He rolls home the first one. Second meeting of the season between these teams. Pelicans won by 2 back on October the 27th, 113-111. And Wood had a big game in that game as well, 23 points. It's the third straight game with 20 or more to start the season. Makes it 5-2. Valanciunas, right wing, thought about the three. Passed it up now to Alvarado. Pick and roll. In and out from left to right. And a high arcing banker is good over Powell.
Nice move off the dribble.
It is 5-4. Here is Doncic against Jones. Back left off of Powell. Met by Valanciunas. And an offensive foul call against Dwight Powell. That's one thing the Mavericks have to be careful of, and Powell has to be careful of. He has been fouling at a very, very high rate. And Brad, they're going to need
in the long outlet pass over the timeline to Zach LaVine. Double on the ball. LaVine slices inside, in front to DeRozan. Left wing Vooch. Back top side now. Let's see what DeRozan does with a lob to the rim to Vooch on the pass off. He is fouled.
Nice pass inside. Good movement. Vooch cutting to the basket. I like it.
Utah has missed their first 5 shots. And Bill, all 5 have come beyond the arc.
And
where they're shooting 36%, 12th in the league. 4-0 Bulls, 9:19 left. Top side, Vooch underneath the Levine with a two-handed dunk coming in baseline left. And that dunk sponsored by Duncan. The Bulls are running on Duncan, and the Bulls have jumped on Utah 6-0.
And that assist sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, assisting members with their finances for over 80 years. GLCU.org.
Clarkson jump pass inside Vanderbilt. Nope, from 3 feet. Rebound Vooch again to Levine. And the Bulls are off and running with Zach Levine against Mike Conley. Up top, Vooch with 15 on the clock to DeMar DeRozan at the top of the key. Behind the back pass to Williams on a post up, mid-post left. Vooch banging it away with Kelly Olynyk. Still working the handle, and they go ankle pass to Williams with a pull-up foul line, 15-footer too strong. Rebound, Lowry Marketing with 8.5 to play. First quarter, 6-0 Bulls. Marketing with a spin to the rim. Gives it up top to Olynyk. On a pump, on a drive. Olynyk inside pass to Vanderbilt, and the ball knocked out of his hands, out of bounds over the end line by DeRozan with 12 on the clock. 8:25 to play. First, 6-0 Bulls. But Utah really looks so disorganized, Bill, with their half-court sets, taking nothing away from the Bulls' defense. Their spacing is horrible.
Yep.
They go to Vanderbilt now. Vanderbilt, one bounce pickup inside three-point arc on the left elbow. And Olynyk now marketing against his former teammate, Levine, and he missed from three-point range. Long board to Aldosuma.
That was a tough shot. Zach Levine was there with a hand up in his face.
Utah's missed 7 shots, 6 beyond the arc. Dribble drive, Levine on marketing. Up, no. Offensive rebound, Levine. Up, good.
Big time play by Zach Levine right there. Offensive rebound. Gets his own ball, puts it right back up. Contact, no call made, but there is a timeout. Bulls up 8-0 right now on the Utah Jazz. You're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on the Score on Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Billy Donovan here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
The simplest healthy habit to
for the Pelicans. Into Valanciunas. Handoff, Alvarado for 3 behind Valanciunas' screen, no good. Rebound taken by Wood. And New Orleans 0-3 to start the game from 3. Here's Wood against Marshall. Right of the lane, going to back him down. No double team. Over his left shoulder, easy one. Bank it in.
Yeah, too easy. Just kept backing him down. Marshall never stood his ground.
The Mavericks 11 and New Orleans 6. Here is Alvarado, left to right drive, met by Hardaway and Powell. Wrap around out to Marshall. Comes into the lane and shoots the floater over Powell, and he hits it from 10. Najee Marshall, originally signed as an undrafted free agent on a 2-way contract by the former coaching general manager Stan Van Gundy 3 years ago. Here is Wood again against single coverage against Marshall in the lane and scores. They're going to have to try something different there.
Yeah, and they're now doing a good job of attacking that.
The Mavericks 13 and the Pelicans 8. Marshall again at the right elbow, backs up, post right. Valanciunas, shot fake, put it on the floor, into a double team, and powering his way through it. No good, but a foul. And he will go to the line to shoot. Let's see who Kevin Scott calls the foul on. And it's on Wood, and that'll be 2 on Wood. And again, this is the gamble.
The energy, the spontaneity, the choice to just go for it. Last-second flight changes aren't so different. Whether it's pulling an all-nighter, checking off a
or wherever you get your podcast.
A million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Bulls fans, you don't need to be at the game to enter tonight's 50-50 raffle. Winners take home half the pot with the other half benefiting Chicago Bulls charities. The winner will be picked at the end of the third quarter, so visit bulls.com/5050 to enter now. Well, Utah, just won a game against Houston, but before that, they had a 5-game losing streak to Sacramento, Miami, Sacramento again, Golden State, and San Antonio. And right now, I understand why.
Yeah, you got to make shots.
They
always say this is a make-or-miss league. A lot of misses tonight, but 0-for-7.
But take good shots. So far, I don't think they've taken one good shot.
Power move to the rack, to the right angle with a dunk.
They have now.
Yeah.
And that was a strong move right there by Lowry, going hard to the rim.
Yeah, Marketing improving in that area, Bill. Once they're just a jump shooter, and Dosumu's pass hit the chest and chin of Clarkson, Utah, and Marketing all the way to the rim again with a right-handed slam in transition off the Bulls turnover.
I think Io just lost the ball. I don't think that was a pass. I think he just dribbled it too high and it popped out of his hands.
Well, it hit the chin, the face of Clarkson.
He just came up high. He lost it.
8-4 Bulls. Williams outside three-point arc. He's guarded by Marketing. They feed the post to DeRozan. Single coverage from Vanderbilt. Back it in. The shade on a double from Olenek. Topside Vooch for three. Got it.
And with that three-pointer, partner with LRS, the champions of the waste and recycling industry. Request a quote today at lrsrecycles.com.
Clarkson dials up a left wing three, rattles it home. Levine a little bit late getting over there on the wing. And it's 11-7 Bulls by 4. We have played just over 5 first quarter minutes at the United Center, where the Bulls lead the NBA in attendance, nearly 21,000 per game. Left side, Dosunmu, rainbow three off the mark. Rebound, Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a very underrated player, came over from Minnesota in the Rudy Gobert deal. Conley dribble drive, jump pass to Marketing. Marketing line to the lane with a pull-up foul line. 15-footer on Williams. No. The back tap controlled by Utah. Olenek to Clarkson. Clarkson puts it on the deck with a belt-high left-hand dribble. And the looping pass accepted underneath by Vanderbilt. Right corner jumper is up and good by Conley for three.
That was a great pass by Vanderbilt because the cut, he pulled down all the defenders. Conley wide open in the corner by himself.
11-10. Bulls by 1 as Utah has answered the call after the timeout. DeRozan gives it up now to Ayo Dosunmu. Back in front to Vooch. Outside three-point stripe to Levine. Comes up shooting one bounce. Upside three, nothing but net. Zach Levine picking up where he left off last night in Philadelphia with a long-distance J. Dribble drive. Vanderbilt travels. Vanderbilt really a solid defensive wing, really not much from an offensive standpoint. Now in his 5th season, 6'9", out of Kentucky, 14-10 Bulls, 5:45 left first. What's Levine done tonight, Bill, in the first quarter?
Well, he's doing well right now. He's picking up where he left off last night. 4-6 from the floor, 1 of 1 from behind the three-point line. He's got 3 rebounds, but he's been going inside. He's only taking that 1 3-point shot. I like it.
Yep. Had 41 last night, had 43 against the Pistons to some of the 30th. Levine, dribble drive, top of the key. Comes up shooting off the dribble and connects again on Taylor Horton Tucker at a Simeon High School in Iowa State. And, of course, he and Ayo Dosunmu from Chicago, they played together. AAU ball, Marketing with a spin to the rim, up and a two-handed slam on Vooch. Down low left, my goodness. Marketing with 3 dunks in the quarter.
Showing some strength and hops on that one.
16-12 Bulls. DeRozan's pass deflected and taken away by Kessler. The big man, 7'2", out of Auburn. Taylor Horton Tucker to the rim with a right-handed layup. Counted the foul.
I believe Marketing got that pass and knocked it down. But Lowry's showing some great strength right now, going up hard with contact to dunk that ball.
Utah with wholesale changes, Bill. Marketing stays on the floor. But we told you about the rookie Kessler, 7'1" out of Auburn. And, Bill, he's having an outstanding rookie campaign. He's 4th in the league in blocks per game, just nearly 2 per contest.
Yep.
And veteran Rudy Gay at the age of 86 is coming on.
And Kobe White checks in for the Bulls. And want to remind you, substitutions sponsored by Remy Martin. Team up for excellence.
We're kidding. Of course, he's not 86. He's 36. But he's been in the league a long, long time, 17th year at a UConn. And Will Hardy really trusts him for leadership to this young team. Levine standing dribble off left, 16-15, Bulls by 1. Top of the key, Levine fires right corner pass to Io to Kobe White. Vooch really demanding the ball. He wants to go after the rookie Kessler. Dribble drive Io on a reverse on Marketing. We have a foul on Lowry Marketing.
I like that. Io understanding Lowry's a lot bigger. So what does he do? He gets him in a foot race, gets him to move his feet, gets along the baseline side for the reverse. Too much contact right there, and that's a smart play. You know, Lowry's showing a little bit of success going up against Vooch, a big fella. Make him move his feet laterally.
Iowa had 8 points last night, and Philadelphia ending a 4-game double-figure scoring streak. And Dosunmu with the first of 2 up and good.
Derek Jones Jr. checking in.
Derek Jones Jr. check it in. 13 minutes last night, 8 points, couple of rebounds. 17-15, Bulls by a deuce. 4:36 left. Second attempt up and good. Bill and I will be in Boston on Monday, and we'll be on the air at 6:15 right here on the Bulls Radio Network. Celtics won tonight, beating San Antonio to end a week road trip out west. Clarkson with a staggered dribble drive on Dosunmu, who stays right with him. Talen Horton-Tucker with a hop to the rim, underneath pass, and it went off the hands of two Bulls out of bounds. Kobe White thought it went off Kessler, and I can't disagree with Kobe. I think that ball went off Kessler.
I think so, too. That was a tough pass, though. He drove down right to a lot of people standing under the basket there.
On the inbounds, it goes to Markkanen with a touch shot, and he's fouled as he got that right arm near the rim, and that's going to be a foul on the Bulls. And that's going to be on Zach LaVine. And for LaVine, that's going to be his first, second team. And Markkanen says it's a shooting foul, and Eric Lewis in his 25th season, as an official, say no, that ball was still in your hands. And Michael Smith in year number 30 says, I agree with Eric Lewis. Funny how that works. 18-15 Bulls in play to Kessler. Really not an offensive threat from three-point range. Here's a lob, and Markkanen missed on a left-handed dunk as Talen Horton-Tucker's pass got away from him. And a rebound on the other end by Utah. And it's Markkanen, Clarkson, near corner, Horton-Tucker for three. Book it.
Just take the ball out, and they got it up the floor quickly and wide open. Bulls didn't cover and transition very well there.
He's got 6. Playing in his hometown of Chicago, tied at 18. First season with Utah after a couple years with the Lakers. Here's Vooch, curls on Kessler, spins right, comes up shooting and missing, draws the foul, and will shoot 2. I mean, this is obvious, Bill. When you get a veteran like Vooch and you got a rookie like Kessler, go after him.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what happened right there. Kessler trying to use his body, keep him out. Vooch doing a good job keeping the pressure on him. Kessler rewarded with foul shots. Bulls have only taken 1 foul shot so far in the game. Oh, sorry, this is their third. Utah has only taken 1 foul shot in the game.
Halftime, sponsored by Humana, a more human way to healthcare. We're going to have a conversation with David Locke, the voice of the Utah Jazz. He's always an interesting 3 to 5 minutes of conversation about the NBA.
He's a pickleball player, apparently a very good one.
All you have to do is ask him. A couple of free throws by Vooch. 20-18, Bulls by 2. Vooch in 8 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. 2018 Bulls. We got 3.5 to play. Markkanen, jump pass, steps back. Rudy Gay, up, out. Off the hands of Dosunmu out of bounds. It's going to be Utah ball. But Rudy Gay, Bill, I'll tell you what, he has had a terrific NBA career. I mean, he's been with a few teams, but when he was with that Memphis Ball Club, he was really, really good. He started bouncing around with the Raps and Sacramento.
That happens towards the end of your career.
Yep.
Especially if you're good in the locker room.
Malik Beasley for 3. No. Offensive rebound, Kessler, and we have a foul on the Bulls. You know, Beasley, Bill, is a guy that's not bashful. He will just jack it up from 3-point range. And, you know, we talk about make or miss league. Well, that is the epitome of Malik Beasley, because when he is in a rhythm, look out. He reminds me a lot of Terrence Ross of Orlando.
Yep. Overall, he's shooting 37%.
Markkanen, topside, we're going to have an illegal screen. Yep. That's going to be on Kessler. His second, we're going to have a timeout as well. 2018, Bulls by 2. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Weddington, Alyssa Bergamini, right here on 670 The Score and the Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
The simplest healthy habit to start this new year is one for your dog. Every day, more dog people and more vets are quitting the kibble, kicking the cans, and feeding their dogs dog food that's actually, well, food. The Farmer's Dog food is developed with vets, made fresh from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog and delivered right to your door. Get 50% off your first box of smarter, healthier pet food at thefarmersdog.com/fresh start. That's thefarmersdog.com/fresh start.
No one's more locked into the NFL than First and Pod.
Why is it not within the realm of possibility that Geno Smith was a victim of a horrible organization, bad offensive coaching, and then went and played behind 3 high-level talents and only got spot starts and did okay, by the way?
Well, because it doesn't really happen that often anymore.
Subscribe to First and Pod on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you want to run with the Bulls, check out Organizations Win Championships, a podcast hosted by the Score's own Dan Bernstein and son Jason Bernstein, featuring post-game analysis along with fun weekly segments between father and son.
Whatever state they're in is very interesting, but
Utah.
Yeah.
They're in Utah.
Oh, I know that. I'm saying whatever.
Jazz.
This is what it's like to have Dan Bernstein as a father.
Follow Organizations Win Championships on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Gout.
We've spent the last year repeatedly telling you how Fair Oaks Lincoln was selected by J.D. Power as the recipient of their prestigious Customer Sales Experience Award. It's our secret sauce. We treat our customers well, and they buy from us repeatedly. Well, get used to it, because here we go again. J.D. Power has chosen Fair Oaks Lincoln again in 2022. Back-to-back years. Now that's worth repeating. Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville.
Will it be Biggie Bagel, Dashing Donut, or Cuppy Coffee? Grab your phone and enter the Dunkin' Racing the Bulls app for a chance to win in tonight's race. Download the Bulls app to get ready, set, and go. Just like the Bulls are going right now,
Yeah.
They're up 2 points. 20-18. Bulls shooting 53% from the floor. Utah just 38% from the floor.
Yeah.
But Bulls only have 2 right now.
Yeah, think about that, Bill. You're shooting 38%, 3 of 11 from three-point range. You've taken only 1 free throw, and you're down by only 2.
Yeah, and you've taken 5 more shots than the Bulls have.
Goran Dragic inserted now on the floor for the Bulls, coming off the screen white. Return pass Dragic, rolling to his left, double pump, tied up by Horton Tucker, a very solid defensive player. Top of the key, DeRozan lets it go from 21. Nope. Rebound, Rudy Gay. Utah with a chance to take the first lead of the ball game for the Jazz. They're tied up right here with Horton Tucker. Bounce pass in front to Kessler. Kessler against Drummond in a battle of big men. On a pump, on a drive, Beasley, the high-low feed, and Kessler floats it in with the left hand on a cut to the rim.
Big shot right there, and that play, a lot of teams run that against the Bulls.
Dragic, they go to DeRozan. Up top, Derek Jones Jr. Jones Jr. to the rack. No, and a foul. So that's going to put Derek at the line, shooting 2. And, Bill, you know what? We're starting to see a pattern now that Derek has returned after missing some time with, leg injury. And Jones played 13 minutes last night, had 8 points, couple of rebounds. Very active player, Bill. Loves that corner 3, does he not?
Yes, he does.
Free throw up and good.
What I like about his game is he moves without the basketball, and he cuts along the baseline from the corner, and guys find him at the rim, or he's getting offensive rebounds. Very active defender as well.
And, you look at the volume, he doesn't get there often, but Derek Jones Jr. is a very good free throw shooter. Another toss, up and out, right on cue there, Spurs. 21-20, Bulls by 1, 2:22 left first. Tyler Buterball and Tyler Farringold in our 670 The Score studios. Want to thank all the women and men putting our broadcast together on this affiliates night with the Bulls Radio Network. So thank you very much. Conley driving, left angle on Dragic. Third away, intercepted by Drummond. Take it to the rack, big man. Drummond to the cup. Baker got it. Count it. Foul. Andre Drummond. You better believe it.
I love it. When he's the big man rotating over, he understands and anticipates where that pass is going. And he jumped in front of that, and he caught it like just as if it was being thrown to him. And then for a big fella, comes down the floor, handling the basketball nicely.
You know, a little UConn action there, drumming on Rudy Gay.
Oh, going back in time.
Yeah. 23-20. Bulls. Here's Conley on Dragic with a floater. Air ball. Wanted to foul, didn't get it. Here come the Bulls with DeRozan. Advancing right full court, sideline left. DeMar, one-on-one play. Posting up. Turnaround jumper. Double pump. Up on Avashi. No.
FIX, FIX, to 69069. Signing up takes 2 minutes, and you get a free prescription and free 3-day shipping, plus $10 off your first order. Don't wait. Text FIX, FIX, to 69069 and get generic Viagra delivered for just 87 cents.
I think he's smart. He's been blessed with a phenomenal mind. He can learn the playbook and do it quickly. He can make that evaporate and come back the next week and take on a whole new bunch, but still come back 3 weeks from now when you repeat a couple of those plays to recall it like that.
I asked Andy this question. I said, what's the best thing that Patrick Mahomes does? What do you think he said?
I would say compete. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, I can do a lot of stuff on the football field, but I think from growing up playing sports everywhere, it's, hey, how can you find a way to win?
That's not what he said.
It's not? That was close.
He said he's smart. Smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's something where that's just how I was taught. And that goes from Alex Smith. That goes from Chad Henne and other guys in the QB room with me is they showed me how to kind of create this blueprint of the week and how to prepare yourself.
From your perspective, what is something that Patrick needs to work on?
He's always continuously working on his feet, his core, his balance in the pocket, and then still blending in those off the charts and out of balance throws.
Patrick Mahomes with Mahomes magic. Oh, how did he pull that off?
I have to continue to get better moving inside the pocket, especially once I get hit. If I get hit a couple times, I don't want to start drifting and start relying on kind of the scramble around and make some throws happen. And I think there's been times and seasons where I lose my fundamentals because I start drifting and throwing off my back foot and relying on my arm.
Demons be gone, and the drought is over. Georgia on the mountaintop at long last.
People have asked the question, how does it feel to be hunted? We will not be hunted at the University of Georgia. I can promise you that. We didn't build this program on one-year wonder. We built the program to be sustained.
Georgia is going to survive. They feel like they have been the hunted. They want to do the hunting tonight. Bennett continues to dazzle the Georgia Bulldogs, bludgeon their way to back-to-back.
Keyshawn, J. Willimax. We're coming to you live from above the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17. 888-SAY-ESPN, 729-3776. After last night's game, we're asking, would you rather get blown out in the championship or not get there at all? As a fan, the Jay and Key are athletes. Of course, you want to get as far as you can get as a fan.
Why wouldn't you want to, as a fan?
I'm just telling you.
The whole ride to get there is what you're a fan for.
So I'm a Giants fan.
As a fan, though, Jay, I don't want to get worked.
Yeah.
I'd rather just chill.
But I'm just saying, y'all, it's like, just because they got smacked last night, you guys can't put TCU's performance into perspective.
Well, I'm just telling
on how
you,
they got
as a Giants fan, I think about the Super Bowl against the Ravens. If I could just redo history in my own mind, right? Like I wish the Giants would have lost a tough NFC Championship game because the way they got waxed in the Super Bowl, just take that one out, and I feel better. You know, like it's a bad feeling.